What up, bro?
Yo.
What you trying to do?
Shit. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, trust this motherfucker, boy.
That shit bright as hell. God, I love LEDs, bro. I freaking love LEDs. That shit looks good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That joint looks good. Yes, okay. Okay. As y'all can see, what little snow we got basically was mostly just ice, and it's pretty much already melted. It just came with Friday night. Today's Sunday, and this is pretty much what's left of it. So yeah, we didn't really get a good amount this time, which is kind of becoming the normal here where I'm located at anyway in North Carolina. We really haven't had a decent size snow. I would say for us a decent size, I would say probably since when I think we first moved into this house, we might have got one decent one, but they just don't happen as often as like back when we were like younger, and back when I stayed with my parents. Like sometimes we would get a really good one and it would stay around for like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days. But now it's like they come, they kind of dust the ground. Majority of it be this ice stuff, so it's not like, it's nothing you can't make snowballs and throw that shit. You'll kill somebody with this stuff. So it's really more like a dampener if you're trying to get stuff done, because it just makes traveling a little difficult and you can't really play in it. So guess we're gonna go ahead. Rambo's warming up. I'm gonna get him pulled in and we're gonna start changing out those LEDs as well. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, this is a big ass truck, man. Like, I don't think it comes across that big on the internet, and especially compared to like how big people make trucks, but it's not small. Like, this is definitely not small. And you may be wondering why we're replacing the LEDs on this. Well, I'll tell you why. This one on the driver's side has gotten to where occasionally it'll cut off. So, and I don't know why. It only does it on low beam. I'm guessing it's probably just pretty burnt out. These have been in the truck for every bit of probably, I don't know, 2 years or so. And you gotta think, guys, I run these things all freaking day. Like, when I get in here, it's like they cut on in the daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter. And then we've taken so many trips where these things have been on for 7-8 hours straight. And so this one on the passenger side seems like it's just seen better days, and it'll just cut off sometimes on low beam. And if it cuts off, it will not come back on until it's been like restarted. I don't know, it's finicky. And I don't like that. I like my shit to work like all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and change them out. The brand we're using this go around is different. So hopefully we'll see how these do. Hopefully these do a little bit better than the ones that are in here. But this time around, guys, we are running the SEALIGHTs. As you just seen in the last few clips, I got them in Nisha's Tahoe now as well. So again, we're gonna be testing them out, but they were nice enough to send 3 sets. So we got Nisha's Tahoe, not just her high and low beam, guys. They sent me the fog lights and everything, as you saw in the last clips. So huge shout out to these people. SEALIGHT, I will be leaving a link in the description for all of these products and their main storefront, which is on Amazon, which is really good. In case you use Amazon a lot, you can just pop right up there, order what you want, and all your information is already in there. But yeah, they sent us 3 sets, so we got a set for the Ram, and I also have a set for the van. Look, see, it's out. That one's still on, and it'll do that. Sometimes it'll come back on, and sometimes it won't. We're gonna go ahead, get these pulled out, and see if we can get them switched. But yeah, and again, I said it only does it on low beam, but I have ran these for a long time, so it's time to retire them and put some new ones in. And guys, I know, again, I say this a lot of videos, but I know this might not be the content that y'all want to see, but I still be enjoying recording. And the ones that do watch, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me and taking a little bit of time out of your day just to kick it with Dale on some real spit, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all my loyal followers, because you gotta know, man, you gotta know that we are gonna ramp it up as per usual this year. It's gonna get real, so make sure y'all stick around and enjoy the content. Bolt it. And guys, here are those 2 bulbs up close and personal here. You can see this one here with the external unit is quite a bit smaller here on that end, and this is the bulkier unit here. What I'm curious about, I didn't hear one. I think it's a fan in it though. I think there's a fan inside of this. I can't like actually see a fan, but I think there's one in there, and I think that's why this fat part right here exists. It's probably like a fan down in there somewhere, but I could have sworn I heard it a while ago when I had it turned down. So I'm gonna try it again once I get this one installed, and see, but you can hear the hum of the fans when they have them. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this side installed, and then we'll take a final look. If you don't have LEDs, guys, these things will change your driving experience completely at night. Like, you will see so much better and so much farther down the road. It's insane how good these things help. And ever since my first set years ago, man, I have to, this is like one of my #1 upgrades I like to do to any car that I buy. I love to figure out what LEDs they take and get those slapped in. This makes a night and day, quite literally, difference in your drivability. And coming from where I live, guys, with the deer and stuff, I really have to be able to see. It's so many animals that come out in the woods early in the morning when I go to work, and stuff like this, man, low cost maintenance upgrade that you can do that will a lot of times prevent you from having a serious accident. If you can see way ahead, you can plan way ahead. We'll go ahead and get this side installed, and then we'll check out the final product. There it is, boys. LED'd out. LED'd out. Yes, sirski. They look really good. They look really good. I'm a big fan of the extra clean, like a 6K to 6500K coloration. You can see there's high beam, there's low beam. She is lit, bro. She is freaking lit. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 6K or the 6500K. Those kind of look more like a newer car, like super bright white look to me. Guys, I really hate seeing those blue looking ones, like the really blue ones. Those things are like just straight junk. I know people can't see with them. So guys, unfortunately, I can't do the van in this video. I needed the 903s, H4 903s. They sent me the 905s. So these right here aren't gonna work. I need the one with like the 3 prongs on it. This just got 2. So I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Again, guys, this video was kind of chill. Just some stuff I was trying to get done today on Sunday before I head back to work tomorrow. We do have a 3-day weekend this weekend coming up, so I do want to try to hit something. Hopefully the weather be bearable and we can hit some type of car meet, maybe take the turbo car out. Hopefully we can do that. Also, I'm thinking, if I'm reading Dustin correctly, I'm thinking maybe this week he'll get that transmission pulled out, because we are a go to purchase the transmission setup for the F2B. And if you don't know, this is really, really huge news, because as soon as we got that, that's covering everything else we need to put this motor in the car. So this is a huge purchase. Again, huge shout out to Dustin for not only holding off on selling it until I could get the money, but also just being such a cool bro, man, because this is like really gonna help us, guys. I'm telling you, the setup is a B-series transmission. I don't know what the fuck transmission is. He don't really know what transmission is. We're thinking LS. I don't care. That's kind of what I want. Anyway, B-series transmission, starter, clutch. Guess what kind of clutch? A competition stage 4, which is the exact same clutch that I'm running in the Turbo CB7. Beautiful clutch. Dustin's only got mostly track passes. I think he's got maybe 5-6 track passes on it. Not a whole lot, man. The car was not really daily driven. It was not really set up to daily drive, so the clutch should still be pretty decent for what we're doing. Secondly, we got axles. We got shift linkage. We got the half shaft. I mean, everything, guys, that I need to put the motor into this car is in this package deal. And I'll probably unveil the actual price as soon as we can actually pick the stuff up. We'll go over that stuff. But yeah, guys, this is huge for this F2B project. This is gonna really push things forward. The only downside is I do have to have the transmission looked at. Again, I know some people come in and say, do it yourself, blah, blah. I'm not comfortable with doing that right now. Maybe eventually when I have more time, I'll try to do it, or I feel like really messing with one, I'll try to do it. But for now, man, I want to be able to do this thing. And when I put it in the car, I want everything to be 100%. So because of that, when we do pick the transmission up, I am going to drop it off with James, let him take it apart. There's an issue where, much like Nisha's Civic when she had it, if you remember the B16, that LS transmission, when you're slowing down, you could not go back to second gear. You could shift up, fine, but for some reason slowing down, like say you're gonna turn onto a side road or another street and you go back from like fifth to try to go to second, you could not do that. You could slow down enough and go to first, then go back to second, but it would never let you go backwards to second. Don't know what was the cause of that. It didn't bother me that much. I just drove it and knew how to, maneuver around that gear. But again, it would let you beat the hell out of it all the way up to fifth. It just would not go backwards back into second. This transmission is doing the exact same freaking thing, guys. So he's used it, but he just again, Dustin is really open with me. We've been boys a long time, and he's told me he just don't know what that is. I'm cool with buying it. This setup, and for the price that he's giving me on it, is well worth it. I mean, the clutch alone is like $350, $400. So we're getting a really good deal here, I think. And whatever it costs, guys, I'm just gonna have James fix it so that when we put it into this car, I want to be able to, if you remember, I want to be able to no lift shift this car like I did the H2B. That was freaking awesome. That setup was so beautiful. It never missed. I could no lift that thing with my eyes closed all day. And that's the kind of vibes I'm trying to get out of this car. Because again, it's not going to make the most power. I mean, 240, 250 torque is a lot in a Civic, yes. But it's still nothing like 500-600 horsepower or anything like that. But man, my H2B was nasty, bro. 180 foot-pounds of torque. And that thing, I mean, it would run with scat pads, which scat pads aren't that fast, but you're talking about 180 foot-pound torque Civic that's outrunning scat pads. You're talking about 180 foot-pound torque Civic that's running with like Coyote Mustangs and stuff. Like this was a great setup, man. And I plan to be able to, my main goal is I want to be able to pull on Coyotes and stuff. Scat packs, definitely want to blow the doors off of them. With this versus my turbo car, which a lot of people have asked why I don't track the turbo car. Listen up, because this is why. With this car, I can set this up for a dig car. And we can do some like digs in the street with people. We can do digs at the track again. I miss going to the track. And this thing should take it. That CB7, I'm telling y'all, is not going to take track abuse. I know if I take that thing there, it's going to break. I know that. Like, it's just no way. 300 and some foot-pounds of torque in a 3,000-pound car is not going to end well on those axles. I'm going to snap axles. I'm going to tear that transmission out. And I just don't really feel like having those issues. The car is great. It does need a transmission. We will get to that eventually. But for now, it's definitely a cruiser. I can take it wherever. I trust it. The car is pretty reliable. And I don't want to mess with that right now. That's what I'm putting this car together for. And if all goes well, and maybe somehow I can pull off the K-swap without selling this, then we'll have a really nice beater track weekend warrior car, and we can do the K-swap car to be a really clean street, 450, 500 horsepower car. Like, I think that would be the best. the K car potentially could be the best car that I've ever built on this channel, potentially. And that's all according to how plans go, how things work. You know, guys, I budget a lot of my money, and I can't buy, like, I know people are talking junk about the budgeter companies, but I cannot buy expensive stuff, man. I have to make do what it do with what I have. So again, I am gonna try to do things a little bit better as far as the wire harness and stuff goes. But as far as the bolt-on stuff, man, I'm just going with the companies I know and trust, which is, you know, Maxpeedingrods, Jackspania Racing. He has helped me so much in the background, guys, and y'all don't even know yet. Like, we have so much stuff planned for that K car that I really need to get the ball rolling on that. But in the meantime, I am building this car to make videos on, to see what happens, because I don't see a lot of content on this type of setup on the internet. So I want to make this content. If it blows up and y'all actually start digging it, when we start getting it tuned and actually racing people, I'll try my best to keep it. Otherwise, I might sell this first, like the beginning of the summer, get rid of this, and then put all of this money into the K, and we can do the K within like 2-3 weeks. So that being said, man, I know I put a lot of information on y'all. I know I talk a lot, but I hope y'all vibed out to this video. I enjoy like kind of putting y'all on and letting y'all know what's going on in DFSQUAD's world, in Dale's world. So that being said, man, smack the like button for me if you're excited for the projects. I will catch y'all next time, guys. Remember to check the link in the description below for the LED bulbs that we installed. I want to give a huge shout out to them guys for coming up and supporting the channel the way that they did. I just hit them up. They were super, super cool about shooting me out. Not one, not two, but 3 sets of bulbs for 3 different cars. So no one really does that. A lot of companies are really like, let me look at your views. Let me look at your activity and see if it's worth my money. But these guys were like, sure, bro, we'll send you whatever. We got you. So when people do me like that, I have to show them hella love, and I would appreciate any and everybody that clicks the link in the description below to check out their bulbs and possibly purchase a set of their bulbs and show support to them from me on their Instagram. That'll be linked in the description below as well. I will catch y'all next time, guys. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.